What are your thoughts with the pre-bridge PRC20s? Because I'm thinking of getting rid of those like immediately, like first day or two, like all
Oh,
of them.
the ratios. I don't know.
No, like regardless of any
Oh,
ratio, like specifically the PRC20s. Like for example, I'm holding some USDC. I'm gonna get PUSDC. It probably won't be $1, right? It probably like even if I get
yeah.
a penny on the dollar, I'm just getting rid of it immediately for Pulsechain.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think definitely the stables, but the regular one, the SHIB, I think could do well. I think SHIB is so easy, can so easily do well because it's so simple. It's just a meme.
Yeah.
But I think like Chainlink. Sami's very bullish Chainlink. You follow Sami?
I'm sure if like I saw if I could put a face to the name, I might
Good
recognize him.
morning.
But yeah.
Hope you have your fuzzy slippers on. Good morning, cupcakes. Yeah, he's.
Oh no.
I quote him. You definitely heard of him.
I'm sure if I seen him, I'll be like, oh okay, I've seen him. But like, no, just hearing the name, it doesn't.
He's
Ring
got
bell.
like the 4 hearts. Here he is. Oh, you got to follow this guy, man.
Oh well, yeah, if you recommend him, I'll follow him.
Yeah, he's very bullish. Great information, and he provides a lot of the content that I talk about on the show. But I didn't share the screen. I'm sorry. Oh, there we are. That's Sami.
Okay. I think I've seen him around.
Yeah, he thinks Link could do well, and I think he could also do well. But it's like you have your PRC20s and you could dump them for Pulsechain, and like what's going to do better, P-Link or Pulsechain, or P-Link or Pulse X?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, so I would agree. I think you should just dump it.
I'm dumping all my previous stories for Pulsechain. Like even if I'm getting a penny on the dollar, like I don't care. Like any value you can get out of those. Except with Hex. With Hex, I think there's a case for P Hex having some kind of price parity eventually, long term, with at least similar price to E Hex. So if you're one of these guys who really likes your Hex, I can totally see keeping your Hex copies for sure. I'll probably be keeping a good portion of mine for sure. Yeah, and look, like you mentioned, man, it's like all this stuff, all this thinking about ratio trading, liquidity providing, this is all wildly unnecessary. Like anyone dollar cost averaging into any kind of dip within the first quarter of this being live and just hodling that long term is going to do amazing. Like all this talk about ratio trading, liquidity providing is wildly unnecessary. Now, if you want to do that with a portion of your portfolio, if you feel like you have the time and you have the know-how, great. You do you, boo. More power to you, but you don't have to. Like that's a lot of things too, man. Like I've been noticing that with some of my onboards, like the excitement to like, oh, ratio trade, do this, do that. I'm like, oh, settle down here. Like you have to do nothing and you'll be okay. Like all this like excitement to do things, every action you take is an unnecessary piece of risk. Like you don't have to provide liquidity if you just hodled long term, you would do okay. Now, the people who provide liquidity on Pulse X to Pulsechain will probably do fine, especially long term, especially if you don't get in right away or shit's like just crazy volatile. If you like provide like 3 months after whatever, when shit settles down a bit, they'll probably do fine. But ultimately, it's unnecessary. Just stake and chill, and the majority of people who just stake and chill will be the majority of people who do the most well.
Yeah, it's a great point. And LP is something that is good for people that are taking profits or people that have a lot of money. They could allocate a small percentage of their bag towards LP and they'll earn some decent passive income. But it never outperforms buying and holding the right one. I mean, you got to be a fool to think you could do this LP shortcut. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button and subscribe. For weekly meetings, courses, and to access my Discord, consider becoming a Patreon. If you're looking for a more personal experience, consider booking a one-on-one. All links are in the description.